Because I think it's very easy if you're an instinctive person, and you are.
Mm.
It's very easy. The student comes in the room and you just follow by instinct wherever they go.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, that's a very good trait. But you also need to have a kind of a plan.
Kind of a plan.
Yeah, kind of a plan is important.
I'll
Yeah.
go with that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I do need to work at the plan. Because I am still very instinctive, and I kind of aware of that, and I do. I would say one thing I'm working on is I can be quite a masterclass type teacher. So
Yep. I see it.
Yeah. I like to get a finished results
Mm-hmm.
rather than the long haul. So that is something I'm working on. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but that's one of your strengths.
It
So
is,
if you
it
recognize
is.
that,
Yeah.
and I just want you to know that my talking about that aspect was absolutely not intended as a criticism.
But it's true, actually. It's nice to see it as a strength. I do feel that I always get the singer kind of giving me a nice result before they leave. I do manage to get what I want. But yeah, like you say, it's making sure that you have a game plan.
I think there's also, this is really interesting because you're teaching in sort of two different arenas, if I remember rightly. You're teaching in an institution, and therefore you have the students have certain targets that they absolutely need to hit. So they have internal exams, or they have recitals, or they have shows, or whatever they have. And then also teaching as a private teacher, then the onus on you is much more to guide them towards something without all of those external things. And I should think, I would imagine that those lessons feel quite different.
Oh, it's so different. You have to be a real chameleon, I think, with the way you teach. And then again, I've got my own private students, but they've also got a school that I teach at, where I teach small groups in 20 minutes each.
Right.
Really difficult to make sure that people get what you feel they should be getting from you as a singing teacher. You really have to pick and choose where the focus is. That's hard. It's hard if you have different abilities within one group, which happens quite a lot. And learning how to sort of tailor for everybody can be quite
fabulous learning curve. So if you're doing that even medium well, it's actually going to feed into the rest of your teaching, and I bet you're actually doing a lot better than medium well.
Well, I do. The good thing is I've got people from those groups that carried on and that even transferred to solo lessons with me at home, and have even gone on to institutions of their own, so they've started like that. And I sort of explain to them sometimes, this is kind of almost like dipping your toe in. It's like a beginner's guide to singing lessons, and then eventually you might want to go more serious with it. And try and explain it to them in that way. And some of them have really done brilliantly recently, because they've taken themselves out of that group as they've got older and become more solo based. And so it does work for some people. Yeah,
you've done a good job. And the thing is, you've introduced those kids to their voice and to music.
Yes.
And that is a gift that just goes on giving all of their lives if they want it. And that's very precious.
What's interesting, Sam, is that you sound like you've got a really good balance in your life at the moment in terms of your work.
Yeah, I love my job. I purposefully transferred to work at this institution in Manchester with primarily musical theatre students, although I also there's another course that I teach on as well called Vocal Studies, and I love that one because the Vocal Studies students are expected to be a bit more they have more variety. So we get to do country, we get to do pop, we get to do opera, it's everything, and I love that, jazz. And when they bring different genres to me, that's when I'm in my element. I absolutely love it. So I teach the musical theatre students, and obviously they have to sing primarily musical theatre, although we do get to do a little pop in the second year, which I love. And the vocal studies students are really varied, and that I'm like a pig in muck. when I'm
think
working
they're
with
lucky
those.
to have you. I think they're very lucky to have you there, Sam, because actually there are not that many teachers around who can do that. And also you clearly have rather good piano skills.
Yeah, I mean, the organ transferred to piano quite easily. I'm not the greatest pianist in the world. I've never done a piano exam, but I'm definitely good enough to accompany, and I accompany their exams. And obviously, I have.
Hang on a minute.
If I remember rightly, you'd only done one singing exam before you went to university as a singer. Is that right? Then exams were clearly not that important to you. You could still do it.
No. I mean, I've never felt the need to do a piano exam. I'm fine. I'm reasonably accomplished. Not the greatest. I mean, there are people at my place of work that are superb, but I'm definitely up there, as to being able to play for the singers.
Different focus.